My name is Nancy Aguinaga. I'm Associate Professor at Southeast Missouri State University, and I am going to talk to you about a software program called the M-Wave. It's a computer-assisted biofeedback program, and it's a cognitive behavioral intervention. We have students and really everybody that has to, at some point in their life, learn how to self-regulate, and some of us do it a lot better than others. But it's an abstract concept. In schools, you often see signs, stop and think before you act. Well, I mean, were you ever really taught what that means, what you're supposed to do? So what this program allows students to do is take this abstract concept and really see a graphic representation based on different things that they try, whether it's visualization, whether it's thinking of themselves someplace where they feel calm, where they feel safe, whether it's doing something that they really enjoy, and they can try different things and see whether or not that really makes sense for them. So let me start by showing you the different aspects of the program, and then we'll talk more about what each of the variables mean. So this is a non-invasive intervention. This is the ear sensor, and what I'm going to do is just put it on my earlobe. I'm just going to massage my earlobe to get the circulation going. You can hardly feel it once it's on there. It's attached to a USB, which when I hit the start button, it's going to calibrate my heart rate. It's basically just taking my pulse, but it's taking the beat-to-beat changes of my heart, which is called heart rate variability. And what that measures is your different physiological systems, whether or not they're working together in sync or whether or not they're all over the place. And when they're in sync, you have high coherence, and that's really when we're making the best decisions, when we say we're relaxed, when we're calmed down. So right now it's green. It says I'm 100% high coherence. Everything's working in sync. So this graph at the top, basically what I want to do is I want to get smooth waves. And typically how I do that is breathing. Breathing generally works for me. Now for some kids, we could tell them to stop and take a deep breath, and that could do nothing for them. They need to think about something else. They need to focus about something else. So this lets them try different things. Oh, I was completely red when I tried to breathe, but I was completely green when I thought about my dog, or when I thought about riding my bike, or when I was with my grandmother, or somebody that I feel good being with. So the idea of this is you want to get at least 50% combination blue and green. And once you do that, you're able to go on to games. One other thing that I'll just show you that this has before you get to the games is something called the Coherence Coach. And the Coherence Coach is a self-directed little tutorial. We'll just watch a little bit of it. I'm still hooked up, so it's still taking my coherence, which is also displayed on the end of the USB,
Hello,
the different colors.
Coach. I'm here to teach you the quick coherence technique and show you how to improve your coherence scores with your M-Wave. Let's get started. The quick coherence technique is a simple three-step process. I'll take you through each step. First, I'd like you to focus your attention in the area of your heart, in the center of your chest. It's a gentle process where you can just feel your attention shift to the area of the heart.
So it takes you through this little tutorial, and it allows you to set this pacer, whether or not you're a fast breather or a slow breather. And then it also has this pacer, which you set based on your breathing out when you go down and you're breathing in when you go up. So you can really practice regulated breathing. And then it tells you to focus on your heart and really focus on something breathing, which is obviously something that we're never taught, but some of us have that innate ability to be able to do that through modeling or other things throughout our lives, and others were not. So that's something that some kids choose to go through, and others really are motivated by the games. So let me show you, there's 3 different games. One is a 3-minute garden game. I'll show you that one first. And basically you have a black and white screen. And if you have high coherence, you'll be able to color the screen. And if you have lower coherence, it stays black and white. So I'm going to hit the green button. And I'm going to try to color the screen for you. So we're going for the color green or blue. And every 15 seconds, it's going to refresh. And hopefully the color of the screen is going to change. And again, sometimes, for me, I know that breathing works. Taking deep breaths. So that's hard to do while you're talking, but something that you can get better at with practice. So we turn the volume off on the coherence coach, but you can have sounds. Some kids like the sounds. Some people don't like the sounds. So every 15 seconds it'll go da 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 da, and then that'll give me some color because I'm in high coherence right now. So at the end of these 3 minutes, I would have all different colors. I would have animals. I would have a rainbow. And then it would say, okay, your session has ended. The timer is here, so they know how much more time they have. You exit the game, and it's going to give me the 88% of the time I was high coherence, 12% of the time I was low coherence. So that is a really good score. It also lets you have different challenge levels. So you have low, medium, high, and highest. And right now it's under my name. So if we wanted to add somebody else, we would just add a user, and then whenever they would be on it, it would keep track of what they were doing. So this is how many times I've been on it. It gives me the date. It shows you a graphic display, the green, how much I was high coherence, the red, how much I was low coherence, and then blue in the middle. Once you move from the 3-minute game, you have a 5-minute rainbow game. And when I was teaching at the high school level, kids in alternative school, pretty severe behaviors, they loved this game because it actually, a rainbow comes up and you get gold coins in the pot, and then at the end it displays how many gold coins that you got. So these were kids that were throwing desks and chairs across the room at one point, but then when they got to, and not in the same day, I mean at some point in their school career, but when they got to this session, they were saying, I can get more gold coins than you. I can be more relaxed than you. So it was so interesting, the transformation, if they just had a tool and really start to understand. When they started to have some qualitative comments about what they liked about the M-Wave, there were some comments about it really showed them what was going on inside their body, and maybe they could control their actions. So the last game is a 10-minute game, and that one is a balloon that flies higher and faster, the better coherence that you're able to have. But I'm just, there's been positive research results that this has worked for students on the autism spectrum with EBD that are just able to, whether it's staying on task, whether it's reducing anxiety, any kind of self-regulation, that they're able to understand what's going on inside their body like they weren't able to before.